Hey there, this video covers the Essential Digital Toolkit, right? So what are we doing for that? That's where you hop in. So you're getting access to 4 particular tools where if you went and paid for them yourself, it would cost you a lot more. All right, so let me just show you real quick through it. So the first one, Spamzilla. If you've been watching any of our recent videos, you know that we spent a lot of time in here figuring out what domains to buy, because we can see a lot of stats very, very quickly. And we can see, for instance, Ahrefs domain rating. We can sort by that. We can filter. We can choose the extensions we want, country codes we want, different things. We can choose for ones that are available right now for sale at the very, very normal price, as opposed to, say, auctions, which we could look at too. So using this filter button up here allows for filtering. For instance, you can say I want everything except for .biz. I do not want country TLDs for other countries, right? I can decide if I care for a minimum Moz score for domain authority, page authority, Spamzilla scores for, for checking against spam on the website. I can take a look at the Ahrefs. I can put in minimums or so on. You can do things like that. Mostly I'll keep these pretty open so that you can just see the results on the page. But you can say, do I want marketplace domains? Do I want to deal with auction listings that could get really expensive? Or am I just going to go looking for the ones that have expired already? I could get them right now for the normal price, right? And how many do you want to see per page? Just to make it quicker to get through everything. The site language, of course, you want it to only be English. You don't want it to be everything, so you just make it English. Anchor language, I recommend leaving that alone. So, because sometimes there's spam hits, but if you drop this, it may drop listings that are totally worth it, because you can always disavow the spam hits if you even need to, which you really don't, right? But the site language should be English. Okay. And so when you're done doing the things you want to do, just hit apply filter, right? And you can see what's going on, and then you can sort. It'll go low first, and then you can sort again for high. And then you can say, wow, these domains right here, I could start buying to get this much domain rating. These are the topics that these domains have been used for in the past. So it kind of gives me a free card to be able to rebuild in any of these industries, right? And you can select a filter. You can even select an industry in the filter. So you can select all categories, and you can choose a category, and you can choose a subcategory, okay? And you can also put in a keyword, and the keyword would exactly be used for the domain name. So the keyword's part of the domain name. So all that filtering helps you rapidly, like up here, you can try garden, try landscape, try landscaping, without the E on the end, but ing. Try roofing, whatever you want to do. Anything you want to do. And then that way, when you go checking out the results, you can see what it gives you, right? And you can decide which ones you want to buy because you like the scores. Okay, so you've got your trust flow, citation flow, majestic backlinks, root domains, and so on. This is great. What else do you get? You get access to SpyFu. Total access to SpyFu, like you're logging in, but with your own information. And what happens is you can completely check out whatever you want. You can do all kinds of research in here. Keyword research, website research. Check out the SERP results for things. SERP analysis, you can track things. You can check out backlinks for websites. This gives you a lot of useful information. Okay, you can compare competitors. There's all these things that you get access to. Now, normally you would pay full price for any one of these things. You would pay the price for this. I forget how much, like $35 a month. You would pay for this another $39 a month. So it'd be like $74 a month together. And then if you pay for this, it'd be $199 a month. For the level of tools that you have access to. You have a limit on the number of credits you're using, but the limit's high enough for you to be able to operate with a few websites, and so it's good. One thing to keep in mind, the Ahrefs account that you'll have access to is a shared account. Other people can see what you're doing in there. They don't know who you are. but they can see the domains that you're working on, which is fine because it's all freebie public information anyway. Anyone can look up the data for any domain they want all the time. But don't let that deter you, because guess what? It's a huge opportunity. See, you also get to look and see what they're doing. And that's neat. Everybody wants to applaud when they see a website take off, right? They want to applaud when they see somebody starting to rise on keywords and show up for things. What's an example of something looking good? It's this. See how these different keywords, they have volume for real. And this website is in position 1 for all those things, right? Top position. For all of this volume by the month, add it up, 250 plus 250 plus 150 plus 60 plus 70. That's how many times they get seen per month on useful keywords to them, right? So you're going to be able to see good examples, which helps guide you. But I would say be careful about how you use credits. Use credits on your own projects, not other people's, because you have a limit to the number of credits you can use per month. So why waste them on somebody else's project? Just kind of look in at their project, get a sense of their keyword difficulty. You can always go separately to that tool on the front end that's perfectly free to use. You know, if you want to look up something like what is their domain authority, if you just wanted to see, and they are climbing, man, they are climbing. We pushed them up. They were a lot lower when we started, like at 27. So they are climbing. This is all really, really good stuff. Okay, so there's that. You're going to have access to that without having to pay $199. So it would be $199 plus 76 is $275 you would normally pay for that, and that every month. And so it's going to be a shared account. Now, there's also this one. And this guy here is like another, what is it, 35 or 45 a month. So add that in, right? 275 and 45 is 280 and 40, $320, something like that you'd be paying if you also had access to this. Guess what this guy does? That's where you get a bunch of keywords. Say maybe you did some keyword research, keyword overview, and you look up some keyword like sell my house fast, okay? Surely commercial transaction keywords, right? But I want to view all, and then I want to sort and filter and choose ones that are good. Search volume of at least 5 a month, you know, keyword difficulty, the most 15, say, apply. And so you're going to get yourself a list, and then you're going to refine it. You're going to say, well, 318 is more keywords than I really want to go for. Let's do a search volume of minimum 50, see what we get instead. All right, 55, perfect. And then you might just want to copy all these keywords. Now, I wouldn't do it with transactional keywords like that. I do this with informational because this is just simply how you want to make most of the content of your website. It's informational. But what do? You copy that list of keywords, you come here, and you paste that list into the bulk checker. And when you paste it into the bulk checker, I'll just show you, okay? This is so cool. You just paste them in. All those keywords, right? That's not a keyword. And import, give it a name so that you can track it in the history, right? You can make the name something you remember, because then you're going to go to where? The history, bulk checker history. And when it loads, guess what? This particular keyword's commercial intent for one search that was done here, but I can deselect that list and select the list I was just working on. Say garden hoses. Check this out. I did a search for garden hose keywords, and look at this. 56 I put in there. They're all informational intent, which means they're going to be pretty easy to rank for. And if they look impossible, take a look at this. They all have search volume. Look at that. This one has 820, right? Some of these have none. So when I export this list, I'm going to drop the ones that have none. So I'll sort by that column, right? Drop the ones that have none. Then what? I might sort for competition and sort the other way and drop the few at the top that are too high. I say anything over 50, just drop them. Why bother with them unless they're topical authority or you just want to do them anyway. Then what? All in title. This is that all in title check that we all love. Okay? That kind of feels like heavy competition, even though the competition's won. I might very well drop it, but I might keep it to see what happens if I compete for this with a competition of one, right? But I could do it. And I can drop anything with the search volume of 0, I said already, didn't I? And then finally, all in title versus search volume. You want a low number. So 870 is a high number. But you know what? That's the case we might want to try out anyway, right? So there's the point. You can export this, which will give you these columns in Excel, and then just in Excel sort, data sort A to Z, right? So highlight the column you want to sort, data A to Z, or Z to A, highest to lowest, from 100 down to 1, and then just delete the rows that are in your way. Right? And then sort by another column, delete the rows in your way. Sort by another column, delete the rows in your way. What do you have left out of the 56? You're going to have something like 40 keywords that are perfect. They have low all in title. They have low competition, whatever. They have really good search volume. And they're all informational. And you're going to write about them right here, right now. How does that sound? So the very fact that you can start at the beginning and find the right domains to buy, and then once you get the domain, you can start using SpyFu for clear keyword ideas, for your exact needs. And you can use that with all in title. And then when you get the whole thing done, you put the project into Ahrefs and you start monitoring everything about your project, including tracking changes to your rank and all the new keywords that appear as your DR goes up, right? That's the point. Their DR is going up, domain rating, and therefore they're showing up for more and more keywords, and they're showing up higher on some of those keywords naturally. It's beautiful stuff. So there you go. There's the value of getting this toolkit, okay? So just decide if you're in it for the long haul or if you're just trying to get your feet wet and learn. This, like anything else, is one of those things that has the advantage if you do it for a few months in a row, because that way you can watch the changes and see what's happening. It's like when you work out. If you join a gym and go just for one day, hit the weights, and then you walk home and you check yourself in the mirror, you're not going to see anything. But if you keep coming back, doing what you know are the right motions, you will see the right things start to happen. Okay, so there you go. I've covered videos for these 3 things right now, so you understand what they're all about. And yeah, that should give you a really, really strong clue where you want to step in at on these tools when you're ready. Okay.